All right, in this video, we're going to talk about my top 2 stock picks of the week and the 3 stocks I would avoid at all costs. My name is Chris Fuel. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, the best traders of all time. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, let's go over last week's picks before we get into this week's picks, because I want to show you just how you can do this every single week in full transparency. First is BXXL. That was the only stock that I could find last week that I actually thought was worth even discussing. Now, I'm recording this on Friday morning, so let's look at it right now. So BXXL, from the time that I mentioned it on the live stream to now, it's up about 2% for the week. And I'm only looking for base hits here, right? Some people on YouTube can talk about how, oh, this is the next big stock. Oh, this is going to print millionaires. This is going to do incredible things. Let's be realistic here. If you can find this type of trade over and over and over and over again, this is going to make money for you. And that's what you're wanting to find. So BXSL, if I go into Outlier and I look at BXSL on here, I want to show you BXSL. I want to look at where we could have got in, where we could have got out on the chart. So let's load this in real quick. So the buy signal came when it had a G greed rating of 23. So you can see that down here, it's getting more and more greedy. And for me, whenever I see G23, I'm looking for an exit signal at a 10-point spread. So I'd be looking for G33. So if we go into the chart real quick, where have we hit G33 yet? So look at this number over here. G23, 28, 35. So this would have been the exit signal for me on February 19th. So if we go back over here and we look at February 19th, that was this candle here. So not bad. 2% gain on the stock right there, right? That's how it's done. We're not trying to catch the biggest moves of all time. We're just trying to catch something. We're just trying to get wins on the board, because last year in only 48 trades, I had a 92% return, right? You don't have to have giant trades all the time. You don't have to trade all the time. What is that, like 4 trades a month with a 92% return? I'm telling you, you can do this and you don't have to rely on giant clickbait thumbnails, which I'm sure is why you clicked on this video anyway. So that was my one pick from last week. And if you don't believe me, go back to the last week's video and you can see me talk about it. Now, there were 3 monkey hammers that I was talking about last week. Now, I wasn't saying to go short these, and I wouldn't ever tell you to short anything while the market is continuing to trend up. First was Celsius, then Estee Lauder, and then TTD, the trade desk. So let's look at Celsius. And depending on when you're watching this, Celsius actually got a giant move up, a humongous move up after earnings. Now, like I say, I wasn't saying to short this, absolutely not, and I never would while the market's trending up, but it's been in a horrible downtrend, a stage 4 downtrend for a hot minute. It did start to catch a bid. You can see here the 10, 20, and 50 were almost crossed over bullishly, and then this huge move up right here. Now, the question is, will it continue on? We don't know. Earnings are such a gamble, right? You can have a giant stock like this, or you can have another one like Elf Beauty that gets absolutely dominated, monkey hammered to death right after earnings, right? But for Celsius, it worked out. I would say here, give it 3 days. Give it 3 days to find out if this is a trend that you want to see continue on. You're going to look for a gap and crap or a gap and go, right? Palantir is a great example of a gap and go. It gapped up and then it continued on. That's what you want to see. If it can't hold this move up, I would be absolutely looking to take my profits and get out of the way. It does have this order block right here. If it closes above this order block, the order block disappears. And then it actually might have some support up at this level here. But only time will tell. We have to find out. So that was my first monkey hammer of the week. And here's the thing, as a trader, it is okay to be wrong. I'm telling you right now, it is so okay to be wrong. Just admit you're wrong, get out of the trade, and move on to the next one. Right? It's not okay if you're wrong and you continue to stay wrong, digging in your heels. Let's go to the next one here. Estee Lauder, EL. That was one from last week. I said I wouldn't buy this with your money. And again, still downtrend, 10, 20, 50, all moving down. Doesn't matter what YouTubers are out there pushing Estee Lauder. This is not something I would be interested in at all. And then lastly, the trade desk. TTD continues to move down. This is where I made the video, and it's just been like in an awful downtrend ever since then. I would stay as far away from this as possible. So let's go to this week's setups here. I ran our scanner inside of Outlier, and I got a couple names back. First one I wanted to take a look at, I actually went over that real quick. Let me go backwards here. BXXL was that one. Let me go back, and it was VRNA. So that pulled up on my scanner here, VRNA right here. And what's cool about this is it actually shows you the date of the buy signal, the historical return, 910% falling outlier. And then it shows you the G values, the fear and greed values. And this one in particular, it's moving up. So let's go over to, was it? Oh yeah, it was this one here, VRNA. So looking at VRNA, yeah, that's the one. VRNA. We got that buy signal. As you can see, this is a beautiful big uptrend. That's what you want to see. When you are in a stock, you want to be buying it on the way up. You don't want to be buying it on the way down. Okay. So it's currently sitting at a G13 at the entry point, and today it's at G13 as well. So actually, I would be a little cautious on this one. I didn't see this until right now. When I see a heat map that has stalled, that's actually an exit point for me. So I take back what I said. That's not one of my picks for the week. Because right here, an outlier heat map stall, meaning that if it's getting more and more greedy, I'm interested, right? More and more people screaming, I want to buy it. But if that stalls, if that peaks, then I'm no longer interested in it. So I'm actually no longer interested in VRNA. Whereas, let me go over here real quick. Yeah, I mean, it's in a big, beautiful uptrend. But if it's not moving up on the greed, then I'm not interested. But if you want to take this on, it's running up into earnings right now. Could be a great trade. Second one of the day was HESM. So HESM, let's look at it right here. You can see we got the buy signal today. The greed had come way out of it, and it went into a little bit of fear, and is now starting to come back into the greed right here, which is what you want to see. Less fear, more greed. So HESM looks good so far. If we go look over here, HESM on the chart, we can see you've got your 10, 20, 50 all crossed up. I don't see any earnings coming soon. And if we look at HESM again, we can see the buy signal came at R4. For me, I look for an exit. Any red, I would exit at a G13. So when it goes up, if it goes up to a G13, that would be an exit point for me. So HESM is the only one stock for the week that I would be interested in trading. Now, let's look at a few names that I would absolutely avoid at all costs. Let's go to my bear list here. First is Tesla. I know people want to buy Tesla. I own a Tesla Model Y Performance, but I don't own Tesla the stock. And Tesla continues in this downtrend right here. I don't know how low it's going to go, but as of right now, the trend is down, right? The trend is your friend until it bends. And so I would definitely not be interested in buying this one. Let's go look at TTD again. Seriously, stay away from this. There's no reason to be interested in TTD. And then Soundhound. This one's picking up some interest on social media, right? It's very well a bearish trend right here. It does have earnings coming soon, but keep in mind, this looks like a very, very classic representation of the market cycle. Where's my slide at for that? Right here. Right, your stage 1, your stage 2 when it's going up, your stage 3 when it's consolidating at the top, and a stage 4 on its way down. So you've got your stage 1, your stage 2, your stage 3 is where the moving averages start crossing over. And stage 4, it looks like it might be moving into that stage 4. But keep in mind, if it does go down into earnings, it totally could blow right back up higher, just like Celsius did. So if you are going to look at this stock, don't bet your farm. Don't take the risk on earnings, because as we've seen, earnings can go both directions, and they can go hard and they can go fast, and it may not be the way that you want it to go. So do me a favor in the chat, let me know what you're trading this week. I'd really love to hear. For me this week, let's recap one last time. That was I'm interested in HESM for longs. I would avoid Tesla, TTD, and Soundhound. But let's also look at the market real quick, because the market's really going to tell everything. The market here, as of today, is still trending higher, although where it's at right now, it might close under the 10 moving average, but we got all day to figure out which direction that's going to go. The market breadth, however, continues to be going down. Market breadth continues to show weakness, meaning that less and less stocks are getting buy signals, and less stocks getting buy signals means more and more stocks getting sell signals. If more and more stocks are getting sell signals, that's not a trade you want to be in. So when the market trend is moving one direction and market breadth is moving the other direction, you don't have an alignment right there. For me, that's I don't trade anything right now. And I haven't traded anything for a while, and that's okay. That is a-okay. Sitting in cash is a trade when your trades aren't setting up. So do me a favor in the chat. Tell me what you're trading this week. I would really, really love to hear. And remember that only price pays. Be sure you come back tomorrow. We'll help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Now, YouTube is going to pop up a couple recommended videos. I recommend you click one of them. And I also recommend you have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.